Hey, Mascot.
Hey, yeah.
Did you get your tattoos colored in?
I've been meaning to get them done for a while. I just, haven't had the time or the money, and I'm glad you noticed.
Looks good. I mean, looks really good.
Well, thanks, but we should probably get to the review now.
Hey everybody, Rocktimus here, back with another video, and today we are back from vacation, and this is a video that I've actually kind of low-key been wanting to do for a while. See, I bought it while I was on vacation, and I bought it while I was pre-ordering something else and didn't realize I paid for it, and then it showed up at my house, so that was a bit awkward. But today we will be doing Cheetor. And this is a box, and it is pretty much just standard Masterpiece fare, but with the Beast Wars flash, so there's something new. You have the Beast Eye right there in the background. You do see a nice picture here of Cheetus, or Cheetor, as I'll be calling him, and he is really rather nice. On the back of the box here, you do see you have all of these nice little product shots and things of that nature. You have his shooting poses, and his robot poses, and his cheetah poses, and the things that are included in this box. You see on the top here, flip it right way around, you do have that Transformers Masterpiece in the very Beast Wars style. And that's about it for the packaging. Now, starting off with some accessories you get right out of the box. You do get his instruction pamphlet. You do see it is basically the back of the box. You have the back of the box here, along with some warnings and things that they couldn't fit on the back. And these are his instruction sheet. It is very cool. I have not read this. He also comes with a collector's card, but I put it in my card thing, and now I can't find my card thing. So moving right along to the main event, here is Cheetor, and he is fantastic. I didn't actually think he would turn out this good, but he has totally blown my expectations away. Granted, I didn't have very many expectations because he was just kind of like, oh, alright then. He's made of that same plastic as MP Primal, where it's kind of really cheaply plasticky, but at the same time it kind of fits for not a car former. Coming in so you can get a nice good look at the cheetah mode, and it is a fantastic cheetah mode. The spots are kind of this like pixelated spot, which is really kind of interesting because when you think about it, this is a alien robot that has to look like a cheetah. So it makes sense that they're not perfect spots. And the spots are asymmetrical. So that means there might be a spot on this side that's not on this side, or it might be slightly different, which is really rather cool. You see his nice little paws here. Nice little kitty paws. That face sculpt, which is just basically the CG model. It is fantastic. Now, he does come with 3 interchangeable bonces. This is kind of the standard, just kind of stoic pose, and you can open the little kitty mouth, so you can be talking to Rat Trap, or you don't have to have it that open. You can have it slightly less open. Maybe he is ashamed of something he did, or I don't know. But with a quick pull and a slight reclipping of parts, you have his neck right here, and I actually have it pulled out a bit so he can look left and right and up and down. So when you get it out of the box, it will be pushed in like that. I just think that that makes him look a little stunted. You can have a glaring face, a snarly, I'm not a happy kitty pose. And again, the mouth opens, so if you want him to be like, ah! And he has a more surprised face, which I think is fantastic. Now, the eyes on these guys are all interchangeable. Just to show you what I mean, I have the surprised face and the regular face. Now there is a little tab right there. You just get your fingernail in there and you can pull out the eyeballs. When you have them out of their sockets, the eyes really don't look any different. Once I put them in their different heads, put them in, and now the regular face is looking off to the right, and the surprised face is looking dead on. So I'm just plugging that back in. There he is, and he is super nice. The only bit of robot junk is back here on his legs, and it was there on MP Primal too. It was just on his legs. Yeah, it's a very sleek and very nice little kitty mode. The one problem I do have with it is the same problem that a lot of people have had with it, is this sort of waist pivot. It's supposed to lock like this, and when you put him down on all four paws, he does bend this way, but when you pick him up, he flexes. Now he does have two weapons, which are actually stored on the cheetah. We will get to those here in a minute. But first, let's do some size comparisons. Here he is, and here is Masterpiece Primal. Just so you can see how he scales with the other Masterpiece Beast Former. And I gotta say, really rather well. Here he is next to the first Masterpiece Beast Former, MP Grumlock. And as you can see, Cheetah, T-Rex, scale should be about this. And here he is against a Darkwing Duck Funko Pop. Let's get dangerous. And because it's my channel we're talking about, here's MP10. Cheetah, truck, Cheetah, truck. This scale should not work. So that's pretty much all I can say for him in his cat mode. Stop! Who are you? I'm you. From the future. What? Yes, I'm from the future. About a week from now. Okay. Okay. So what do you have to say from the future? You have forgotten to do the animal mold articulation. I'm not going to forget anything. I never forget to do anything in my videos. I'll do it. Because I'm from the future, you see. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I'll be over here. Just... Oh, you're going to need this. Oh no, that's quite alright. I've brought my own. I'll just go. Freaking aspirin. Bye. What a lovely man. As you can see, he is in his beast mode. His head will turn side to side. It will go up and down. His legs will go forward and back. They do go out to the sides. Like that, so you can have him go, whoa! He has what would be a bicep joint. If he were a human, that is. He has an elbow, again, what would be a human elbow joint, here on his arm. Although you can break it, so he looks like he has a broken leg. So toy, do what you want. I'm only from the future. His little paws on the front will go forward and back, and they will swivel side to side. That is very nice. And as he has also said, there is the slight wiggle waggle here in the middle. The beast legs are actually just the robot mode legs, but like horizontal. So they have the full range of motion. You do go all the way around. You don't have a knee joint per se, because it's actually bent for beast mode. You don't have any bend here, but the foot can point. So you can have him in sort of like a running pose if you wish, and that's terrible, but you get my point. Anyway, I must go now. Back to the future. For my own time needs me. And because I'm late for my job. Oh, is he gone?
Yeah, he's gone.
Well, thanks for telling me. Now for accessories, all he's packing really are his weapons. And the weapons consist of his tail and his guts right here. You just want to come in here, pry up on this section, come around here to the side, bring these sections on the side up, and wiggle it off. What you want to do to get this into its gun configuration, you want to take these side pieces and fold them in, and you'll see that there's a little tab right there and a little slot. You just tab those together, bring them forward like this, pointing back towards the tail, and then they're on a hinge, so just flatten them. There's a little notch right there that you just bring that into. Then what you want to do, come down here to the bottom, reach in and pull out this gun section. It can be a little stiff, so watch your fingers. There we go. So it looks like this. Then you want to rotate the gun section, bring it up so it looks like that. Take the tail, fold it around onto the inside like that. Then come to the top, push down the little handle. There you have his sniper rifle. For the second weapon, it is just his guts, so you want to come around in here and finagle this little section out. And as you can see, it is faithfully recreating the guts and organs and internal things of the cat. For me, what I find the easiest way to get this gun apart is to come back here to this tab and pull it back just slightly so it opens up. Then take this little gold section in here, bring it out, fold this back up, reach around down here, get this little blue section, pull it out, and there you have his main weapon. And with his tail and guts gone, you can really see how thin some of these pieces are. But let's get down to transformation.
始まりの歌今こそ歌おうぜ拳を高く突き上げろ準備は OK 上々だいいぞいいぞおい飛び出そうよ退屈から抜け出すのさ扉開いてコインはじいて運を任せて今までにさような
Da-da, 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 da-da.
Forgettable.
Oh, here is Masterpiece Cheetor in his robot mode, and I really dig this guy. It looks like he jumped right off of the CG screen and into toy form. He is fantastic. However, there are a few things that do bother me about this toy. One of them is pegging these legs in back here. They can be a bit of a pain, but once you know the trick, they're rather easy, although I still kind of struggle with them sometimes. Another thing I thought would actually bother me, but isn't too bad, is this little fur piece here on the back of his hands. Now, I believe when we first saw the promo shots, they were more obtrusive like that, and I thought that was going to be terrible. But no, you just slide them back and they're not a bother at all. Another complaint that I have is that these arms up here, they don't really stay tabbed in as securely as one would like. I find myself trying to pose this guy and all of a sudden, oh, his arm came disconnected from his torso. And hey, for those of you that are wondering, yes, his real face is behind here. Although that does have a problem with the whiskers. I transformed this guy and left him in robot mode one night. And I take him back out to put him into beast mode because that's how I'm going to display my beast formers. And the whiskers were all crinkled and bent, and I don't know how much of a problem that would be if you left him like this, crinkled up all the time, because mine took about an hour and a half to come back to sticky outy sides. Whereas if you left him like this for more than 3 days, I don't know how that would fare for this guy. So, for some accessories while he's in this mode, he actually comes with two other faces for his robot mode. As you can kind of see, the one that I have right in there is more of a smirking face. Now, this is much more of the Cheetor that I'm familiar with, so I went with this. There's some very nice detail and everything going on the face there, and you actually can see it more of a smirk there than you can if it's actually in the helmet. You also get a more scared face, and the bog standard straight-laced faced one. Kind of boring, honestly. One other thing that I can kind of complain about is the fact that the gun is really hard to get into his hand securely. So there's his hand, and we're just going to try to put this gun in here. You have to kind of finagle it into his grip and then bring it down to tab in, and it's really tricky to do. That is in there very securely. That will not come out until you go to twist on it. So that's how you have that held. The sniper rifle, however, is a different beast altogether.
I see what you did there.
Shut up. So it is very tricky to get the hand in, and you're just gonna have to figure out a way that works. My way is very floppy and very loose, so I don't actually display him with this gun, but there you have it in his hand. You can also do this a lot. I've lost count the amount of times that I've pulled his hand out. So let's talk articulation, shall we? The head is on an up and down movement joint, and it looks kinda silly when you get it moved up like that far. Looks kind of weird, but again, I don't intend to have my Cheetor flying at things. Does rotate side to side, but it's very stiff, and 9 times out of 10 I end up popping the head out. The arms go all the way around at the elbow. Another thing, this joint right here is pretty loose, so when you're trying to get poses out of him, it can be a little bit of a pain in the neck. See, this one is the joint that I'm trying to move. So they do go all the way around. He does have a bicep swivel, a double jointed elbow. He does swivel at the hands, as you saw I pull them off, and his fingers do open and close. They don't individually articulate, but they're sort of spidery. He has a sort of ab crunch. He does have a waist swivel. The legs go forward that far. They go back if they're not stopped by the legs that far. very far back. Again, you do kind of have to fiddle with the cheetah legs to get them to go that far. They go out that far, in that far. You do get a single joint here at the knee. And you do get some toe articulation. Get little feetums that move. So you do get the little toe joint, but you also get a half rock. As you can see, that front part is the only part of the foot that moves. So if you wanted to have it like that, I guess it works, but the heel doesn't move at all. Unfortunate, but that's kind of the way it works. Now, for some size comparisons in robot mode. Here he is with Masterpiece Primal, and I think this size scale works so well! It works so well! Like, right now, after this review, I'm going to transform them back into their beast modes and display them in beast mode with my other beast formers. But before I shot this, these were both in robot mode with Rat Trap and Rhinox, and it looked so good. Barry, put a picture up. Here you have him with MP Grimlock, and I think this scale works. Although the Maximals are supposed to be like micron size, like minicon size, so maybe not. Here you have him with Darkwing, just because I really like this little Funko Pop. I really do. He's so cool. It's Darkwing Duck as a Funko Pop. Come on! And MP10. Some final thoughts on MP Cheetor. I really dig him. I didn't think I was going to, but I really enjoy him. Now, Cheetor was one of my favorite characters from Beast Wars, and to see him represented so well in plastic just warms my heart. And it makes me really impatient for Dinobot. So aside from the quality control issues, like the arms not pegging in super securely, the arms back here being super secure, to the point of I feel like I'm going to break this thing to take them apart, to the spots on the face that are chipping away due to transformation. I've only transformed this twice. And I've seen that on, I think it was Paul's Cheetor as well. I think it was Paul's. The articulation is fantastic. And one point that I actually wanted to make in this video, these circles here on the inside of the cheetah leg still have that polygonal look. Like, I'm sure it would be really easy for them just to make it a circle, but they made it look polygonal. Overall, MP Cheetor is kind of small, but he is fantastic, and he's not going anywhere in my collection, so I'm happy to have him. Anyway, I'm gonna go play some Battlefield 1 now. This has been Rocktimus Prime with MP Cheetor, saying hope you guys have a good day, good night, whenever you're watching this. Take care, guys.